Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. Splendiferous green. Yeah, Continental GT. Got to do it all over again. It's a shame, isn't it? This time, got to compare it to the Speed Triple RR 1200. Yeah, I know you think I'm crackers. Probably am a little bit bonkers, to be honest, but it's got to be done. So we'll get going. Same as usual, 2 round clocks, marvellous. All the switchgear, dead easy. Nothing complicated about it. I'll listen to that. Straight into life. When we're off. Nice and warm, ticking over. Gearbox smooth as a nut. Do you see that? Straight in. No massive junk. Yeah. Right, let's see what happens. This time this little baby's done a few more miles. Don't know if you remember, it winked at me. So, same routine. Yeah, Cambridgeshire Road, Madinley, you know the score. So, straight away, yes, I know the 1200, I said, isn't uncomfortable. It's not. But this is far more comfortable. Far more comfortable. Oh, we can be doing 40 here. Yeah. Marvellous. I'm just going to close the visor a little bit and reposition you. Hopefully that's not too bad. Mirrors all set up, spot on. And straight away, this is so comfy. A nice picture, Mickey Mouse mirrors, framing where we're going onto this marvellous road. There's a bit of traffic on it today. I think it's because it's a sunny day. I know it's always a sunny day when I come out and test ride. This bike has just improved with the miles. Yeah, just got better and better. Got a learner in front. Want to give it a little bit of a wide berth. Want to try and avoid it. So yeah, the main purpose is to compare it. And I'll compare the Census to the 1200 RR, because you know I love that 1200 RR. It's splendiferous and it's bloody marvellous red as well, so it looks like it's going fast even when it stood still. But this splendiferous green Continental GT is also splendiferous, and yes, it doesn't have all the grunt of the 1200, but you know what, it's £18,500. This is just over £6,000. Yeah, I mean, where do you begin to compare them? We've got a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit and 70 on the dual carriageway. You know, what's the point? Yeah, it gives you a nice feeling. It makes you feel naughty, does the 1200, but so does the GT. Yeah, and you can use a lot of the power. I mean, you could use all the power, but you'd then be getting into trouble with the razzers. So there you go. Yeah, marvellous. So on the big open road like this, I'd still be sat where I am now on the RR. Yes, I'd be feeling very naughty, I'd be very happy, but I'm very happy on this, and I'm even happier knowing that it's a third of the cost. Yeah, a third, that's what I said. You could buy 3 of these. In fact, when we get back, we'll have a little look and see what we could buy instead, and just do a comparison. Sounds lovely. Couple of scorpion pipes on it, that'd make it about right, I reckon. But this is the reality, ladies and gentlemen. Traffic, yeah, traffic and speed limits. And I know it's not got a fairing. I could put a fairing on if I wanted, with all that loose change I'd have. So, you know, in winter, you're not quite as prone. I'd still take this out all year round, and I'd be a bit cautious about doing that with a speed triple. Yeah, so we'll yeah, I've said everything I've got to say about this really in my last video. I'll put a link to that in the description below. But you know, this, you could go and have a track day on it, but I don't know. Well, you'd have a lot of fun, wouldn't you? You'd still have a lot of fun, but maybe not as much fun as you would on the 1200RR. But then again, you know, you wouldn't be going around those corners thinking, crikey, if I drop this, I'm in for a lot of money. On this, you'd just be, I'm going to do it this way around, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to just go down here. Yeah, Cambridgeshire road test. Bumpy old road, it just soaks it all up. Marvellous. Got even got a sign saying bumpy. They've cleaned this ditch out. Last time there was hell and all flies down here. Yeah. Still got to be a little bit gentle with it. But you know, we're at legal limits. What's this car going to do? Is he going to yeah, hard luck. It's just marvellous. So what we're going to try and do is keep it short and sweet and to the point, because I want to have another look around at it and out the way birds, and then get onto the census. Maddenly, here we are, 30 miles an hour. So like I say, that 1200 GT is a doddle to handle at these low speeds. The suspension's sweet as a nut, but you have to dial it down to get to that. If you dialed it up to use all that £18,500 worth, you wouldn't be wanting to come down these roads, I can tell you, you wouldn't. And that's why this will suffice. Look, Maddenly, I'll do it. Last time, post box, telephone box, thatch cottage, yeah, marvellous. Pub, the Horseshoes, yeah, still haven't been in there, still not getting paid by them. And Maddenly College, Cambridge University, marvellous. And just beyond, yeah, church. Look at that marvellous church there, beautiful. Graveyard, a lot. But yeah, so we'll go up here, and I've got to tell you, it's a scorching day today. It's about 31, 32 degrees. Unbelievable. That engine sounds better. This bike has just come back from another test ride, and another satisfied customer signing on the dotted line right now. Yeah, don't know what colour he's going to go for. He's umming and ahhing between black and green. I think he might go for the splendiferous green. It's not the splendiferous green of the classic 350 variety. No. So we'll just pop round here. Don't need to go far in it. I'd like to keep riding on it all the time. I'd like to own one, and maybe one day I will. But you know, with all these speed limits and speed cameras, the 1200RR might be just too much. Yes, I'd have one. I'd probably lose my license with it, to be honest. Yeah, I'd try very hard not to, of course. And it does give you an exceptional feeling, an exceptional buzz. But so does this. This just makes me so happy. And anyway, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. I don't want to give too much away right now, because I haven't totally made my mind up on things. I think I have, but I had to come back and ride this again just to make sure. Here we go, speed bump, dodge that, bumpy road. Oh, it just encourages you. It's an encourageable chap. Yes, it respects the law, but he does sort of teeter on encouraging. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up here first. So I'll get the visor down because there's a lot of flies. It's just sublime. It's so smooth. Gearbox so nice. It is absolutely splendiferous. Yeah, the brakes, everything about it, you know. I'll turn around here. The thing I haven't tried with, look at that, there's a track there. Should have brought the scram. Yeah, it's just beautiful, isn't it? You know, blink of an eye, you're up to the national limit, that's all you can do. Yeah, the Triumph will get there quicker, with a bit more of a tingle in your spine, but there's not a lot in it. There really isn't. It sounds bonkers. I know, it sounds absolutely crazy, but on a day like today, the world's your oyster with it. It really is. Maddeningly marvellous. Back onto the Cambridgeshire Road, and we'll stop and have a little walk round. And just see what we make of it again. Have another little look at it. Hopefully, hoping the traffic cone's there. That is the sorting cone, yeah, like Harry Potter. It's the sorting hat. There it is, marvellous. Right, let's have a look. So, here we go, English countryside, marvellous, green, summer sun, splendiferous, also green, Royal Enfield Continental GT 650, splendiferous green, single disc at the front, 2 round clocks, you know, I've said it all before. Big engine staring at you there, really, you know, it makes quite an impression on you, I think, anyway. So, disc at the back, ABS obviously, fuel injected, all that malarkey. Mickey Mouse mirrors, halogen bulb, pointed out on another video. If that bulb goes one night, you know, you pop in the garage and you get another one and change it. Yeah, if it is LED, you won't be doing that. No, no centre stand. Said this before. Disappointed. Don't know if you can put one on. Don't know if you'd want to put one on. Just talking to a chap earlier, he said he doesn't want one on. Oh, well, that's up to you, I said. But you know, getting down and dirty with that chain, cleaning that back wheel, I prefer to have one. Much easier than a paddock stand or anything like that. But you know, needs some louder exhaust, I think. Some Scorpion exhaust, like I say. 2 round clocks. Seat dead comfy. Foot pegs slightly further back, slightly higher. Not much in it with the Interceptor. Remains comfortable. Yeah, it does. So there you go. I mean, just look at it. It is splendiferous. You don't need any more. You could tour on it if you wanted. You could. I mean, you know, that's what GT stands for. Gran Turismo. Grand Tour. Off you go. Yeah. Oil cooler there, neatly tucked away. Yeah, it's splendiferous. It is. And there's nothing to go wrong on it. You know, let's get back on and do the Census Test. And when we do, let's talk about the Mickey Mouse mirrors. Perfect for seeing behind. No trouble. See everything. They frame your view of these clocks in the foreground. Round clocks. Excellent. All the switches in the right place where they need to be. No switches for anything that's superfluous. The Royal Enfield badge there, look, as well, just to remind you on the Royal Enfield. Yeah, marvellous. Fuel gauge. It's just good old-fashioned British motorcycling. I know it's made in India, shut up, but it is old-fashioned British motorcycling at its best. Beautiful sound. So, Census. So, the 1200 RR to look at. Splendiferous. It is. This is splendiferous too. Scardra. Yeah, Scardra on the first Census Test. Taste. I'm not going to taste it, so we'll have to call that Scardra as well. Straight off. Let me get this visor down because it is blowing a little bit. Yeah, So to look at, both splendiferous, different, you know, £18,500. It looks like £18,500. £6,000 doesn't look like £6,000 to me. Looks like a lot more than that. The sound of the Speed Triple RR is splendiferous. This is bloody marvellous, but I have heard it with Scorpion exhausts on, and it is splendiferous. So I'm going to call it splendiferous. I'm going to call that score draw. I know, crazy, but it's my rules. I can do what I like, and that's what I'm doing. I'm calling it a score draw. Quality to touch, without a shadow of a doubt. The Triumph is top notch. But do you know what? Do you know what? What lets it down? It's got dinky little plastic things for brake reservoir and stuff. Ludicrous. Ludicrous. Yeah. I mean, what more can I say? This hasn't. Look, nice black metal affair. Lovely. Round clocks. 2 round clocks. Yeah, the Speed Triple's got a round clock, but it's not a round clock. I know that plays with your head, but quality, maybe the Triumph has it, but a lot of that money isn't spent on quality, it's spent on technology. And so I'm going to put the Triumph at splendiferous, and I'm going to put this at bloody marvellous, yeah. So Triumph nudging ahead there. Triumph Speed Triple nudging ahead. Then we're on to touch it. Let's finish touching it. Yeah, feeling it, rubbing your hands over it. They're both lovely. I like this. Things around. It's quite shiny and silky. Your hand just flows over it. It's lovely. The round clocks, everything about it. Lovely. Mirrors, easy to get at, they're there. Triumph Speed Triple, whoa, big stretch. Can I adjust it? Oh, maybe not. And then we're on to the Sixth Sense. Yeah, the Sixth Sense. How does it make you feel? Well, I've said before I went on holiday on the Speed Triple, it's a happy pill. It put me in a very, very happy place. But with all happy pills, you come down from it. It's temporary. It's temporary. Yes, it could pick you up, but then it becomes addictive, doesn't it? And you have to ride it just to get there, but then the down is bigger. This has that contentment. It gives you that contentment as well. Makes you happy. Doesn't take you quite as high, but you never come down, so you're just there getting higher and higher. Yeah. So on the Sixth Sense, the Continental's got it. Yeah, can you believe that? So where does that put us? It puts us score draw. It's a score draw, except for the money. Now, yeah, I know it's a dirty subject. I know it's something nobody likes talking about, and I certainly don't like talking about it when it comes to Royal Enfield, because I'm sick of people saying that they're cheap. They're not cheap. They're well made. The well-made motorcycle for not a lot of money. I know it is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money. Not for what you get. Not for what you get. And we'll talk more about that when I get back. So that's the question. It's a scar draw, except for the money. The dirty subject that we've got to talk about, even though we don't want to talk about it. You know, if you've got £18,500, you wouldn't necessarily want to spend it all on the Triumph Speed Triple 1200 AA. You might want to spend just £6,000 of that and keep the other £12,500 for a holiday or for petrol, because you'd probably need that amount of petrol, because if you got this, you'd just be off on it all the time, all year round. Off you go. And I know people are going to say you're mad, you're completely mad comparing a Royal Enfield Continental 650 GT to a Triumph Speed Triple AA. Well, listen to that noise, it's lovely. It's lovely. The engine's got a nice little whine to it. Marvellous. Splendiferous. So, let's just have a look. Look, there's a red one, brand new one. It's not even fully out of its crate yet. So, let's have a little think about this. If I can find the side stand. So let's have a little think about it. So, what have we got? Triumph Speed Triple 1200 AA. £18,500 on the road. About 6,200, don't know the exact price, let's just call it 6,000 because we're talking numbers that just don't equate. Yeah. Himalayan, £5,000, that's £11,000. And Classic 350. Or, if you want, Continental, Scram, Classic 350. I think 4.6. 6.2, say call it 10.5, and let's call it 4,000. 4,000. So you could have those three, collection of motorbikes, and it'd be marvellous, wouldn't it? Less than Triumph Speed Triple 1200 AA. What more can I say? It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Paddington, Scamp, I haven't got a name yet. It's just splendiferous green at the moment. Marvellous.